Hello YouTube, it's been a while. I decided I've been wanting to do a video on how to make a penny stove for everybody out there. YouTube. It's actually called a soda can alcohol penny stove, or soda can penny stove, or poor man stove, or there's a bunch of names. Basically, it kind of looks like this when it's done. Alright? And you can cook with this thing. I mean, you can seriously cook with this thing. And they work really, really good. This thing weighs about an ounce. Talk about a lightweight camp stove. Alright. These are the things you need to make this stove. You need 2 soda cans. You need a Sharpie, a razor knife, a thumbtack, and a penny. For fuel, you can use regular rubbing alcohol or heat. Dry gas, you'd find this at Walmart. Heat works really good. Rubbing alcohol, regular rubbing alcohol works really good. Both of these things are really cheap. And basically, either one of these, you can cook for a really long time. This bottle of alcohol, you could probably cook for 6 months out in the woods. Anyway, alright, let's get to it. Kind of set this up to make a shorter video. I semi-did half the work. I'm going to show you how I do it. And again, I didn't come up with this idea of a penny stove. It's been out there for a really long time. I think since the Second World War. I mean, they've had stoves that are kind of like this. But again, I like to do my own videos because, I learned how to do this on YouTube, but a lot of people don't explain a lot of different stuff. So I want to put everything together on one video. First of all, what I do is I get a soda can. See if I can get this in the shot. I've already cut this, okay, but I kind of put it back together just to kind of show you how I do it. What I do is I get a soda can. I can get this in the shot. And something that's about an inch and a half tall. I'm just going to use my plastic cigarette case as an example. Take the Sharpie. Put the Sharpie on the on your cigarette case or book or whatever you want to use. Stick it on the can. Spin it around. Get a nice line around the can. Nice even line around the can. You can do this on both cans, right? Because basically what you're after is the bottom pot of 2 cans. All right. So once you've drawn your line, you want to take your razor knife and you want to cut. You want to cut along the line, all the way around. Try not to bend the can. You want to get it as nice, clean of a cut as you can without getting any creases or anything like that in the can, and denting the can and bending the can. And it's pretty thin stuff, so you got to kind of work at it and careful so you don't cut yourself. Once you get it, you're going to get something like this, or actually more like this. All right, you're going to do that twice, so you're going to get 2 of these. I've already done it for the purposes of making this video. What I do is I'll take one, which you can see here, that I've sort of crimped it around the edges. You can do that using like needle nose pliers or regular pliers. I've got a multi-tool here. You just basically take the soda can just a little bit, just on the top edge, and kind of crimp it all the way around. And the reason why you want to do this is so it makes it easier when you try to put these 2 halves together. You see, you want to stick one inside the other. You can see that this fits nicely right inside the top half. Okay, and you just squish it together like so. Once you squish this together, you're not taking it back apart, not without breaking it. You just squish it together nice. And I mean, there's been people on YouTube that say that they get leakage. All right, the part that I crimped, I put in the bottom, and the top goes over the bottom. Okay, so when the fuel evaporates and it rises, it can't rise out this crack. All right, and basically that's the idea behind the soda can stove, is that the fuel inside is going to vaporize, turn into a gas, and that's what makes it come nicely out of the jets. All right. Once you do that, you take the thumbtack, and you can see what I've done on this other one. I made the holes on the inside. All right. Some people put them right on the ridge. Some people put them on the outside. You know, there's different ways of doing it. Basically, you can see this soda can stove that I just made here. Right? I'm not going to go through everything on the rest of this. So I'm going to fire this thing up so you can see what it looks like burning. But basically, what I did was I sanded it down. Right? It kind of makes it so it's not sharp anymore. It won't. You know, you can't get cut on it. All right. So let's get one of these things fired up and show you what it looks like. I'm doing this on my computer desk, so I got some aluminum foil just to protect my desk. And, oh, there we go. Yeah, that's the stove that I just made. This is the new one that I just made for the purposes of this video. You can just see, you drill basically a hole in the middle, which is right there. That's your fill hole. You build jets, which is where the gas is gonna basically looks like your gas stove coming out of your fuel jets, and you got a penny to put over the fill hole once the thing gets going, and that just makes it more efficient, and it helps the flames just come out of your jet holes instead of coming out the middle hole. You'll see when I get going. This little thing here is my whole kitchen. I got this army from this army supply store. Just this little carrier thing that I got. Serves a couple of different purposes. Maybe I'll do another video on why I have my kitchen in here. But you can basically see what I've put together. Basically, that's my whole kitchen right there, and a little Walmart Ziploc doohickey. All right, let me see if I can show you here. This is, I need a cameraman. All right, this video's starting to take longer than I anticipated. I made my, basically my whole kitchen out of a Heineken can. This is my pot for cooking stuff. Alright, this video is done. I don't think I can go over 10 minutes on this. So I think I'm going to go to a part 2 to this video. Flaming it up. Alright. But anyway, I guess I got like another minute on here. So this is a regular 24-ounce Heineken can. I got one here. I'll show you real quick before we go to part 2. Basically, this is all this is. It's a Heineken can. I used one of those special can openers just to get the lid off cleanly. So now this is your pot cover. Inside, it's got like a nice Teflon non-stick surface, and this makes for a really good cooking pot. You can easily fit 2.5 cups of water in here, for boiling, whatever, cooking pasta, and you got a nice little lid, and it weighs nothing. All right, part 2 coming up.